They lived in a cave like the Holy Family, father, mother, child. The father was too infirm to move, and the mother provided for all of them, gathering herbs to eat and herbs to heal him. Haberdash Books presents a novel by the only Italian writer and the only Sardinian ever to win the Nobel Prize in Literature. Grazia Deledda was born in 1871 on the island of Sardinia, in a small town called Nuoro. She had 4 years of formal schooling. Girls at the time weren't given more. She taught herself the rest. Her first story was published when she was 13. She kept writing about the mountains, the customs, the passions of the Sardinian people she'd grown up among. And by her 30s, she was one of the most read novelists in Italy. In 1926, the Nobel Committee gave her literature's highest honor, only the second woman ever to receive it. A century later, she is still the only Italian writer and the only person from Sardinia to have won it. She had moved to Rome years before and wrote there until her death in 1936. She left behind dozens of novels. Almost none of them have ever been translated into English. This is one of them. A story of poverty on the edges of Rome, a family living in little more than a hole in the ground, and a mother who will do anything to hold what's left of hers together. On the night of the Befana, Epiphany Eve, the old witch, after her flight over Rome, shook her clothes in the powerful wind and let fall upon the cave the dust of the plague that was ravaging the city. The man died the following evening. The mother didn't even have the strength to grieve. She thought only that the dead man had to be buried, and she didn't know how. For 2 days and 2 nights, she remained like this, meditating. On the third, she decided the body was already beginning to decompose. She went out and gathered herbs, then set off for the city with the child in her arms. She met a carter and told him her husband had died, hoping he might carry the body to the cemetery for her. He shooed her away with his whip, like a fly, and told her to go to the police station. The words police station filled her with more terror than death itself. So instead, she knocked on the first door she knew well, a small villa where a vegetarian philosopher lived with his industrious wife. Grazia Deledda won the highest honor literature has to offer, and most of her work still isn't available to English readers. Haberdash Books has translated this one in full for the first time. Subscribe for more forgotten classics.